Hello, entrepreneurs. Joe DeCharis, CPA, coming to you live from downtown Flushing, New York for another amazing episode of How to Win at Business. Let me adjust this. I don't even know if I have to. But if you're watching live, give me a hashtag live. If you're watching the replay, give me a hashtag replay. And if you're not watching, give me a hashtag I'm not watching. And happy Saturday, folks. And if you don't know me and you don't know that I have this awesome mastermind group that we meet every Saturday, I highly recommend that you join. It's free. It's definitely worth the price. And today we had another amazing mastermind session where we played Jeopardy. And we deep dive into different business issues, like what you should be asking your accountant, which is something that I had an epiphany today during the mastermind as to why people never really ask me what they should be asking me. Things like, when does my business start? When can I actually start taking expenses? How do I take expenses? How do you actually do a tax return? These are mysteries to people. And it dawned on me that really, it was an evolution of asking questions constantly every week, asking people, like, what do you want to learn? And they don't know what they want to learn. They want to learn about business. People want to learn about business. So do I. And if you don't know what you're supposed to know, how are you supposed to know what to ask? So a lot of what I'm going to be doing now is talking about what business owners should be asking not only their accountants, maybe their lawyers, their insurance agents, but anything that has to do with business that people should be asking about that they just don't know that they should be asking. And I'm no different. I went into to learn about marketing, and I learned all this stuff about marketing, and a lot of it didn't even apply to me. And a lot of it did apply to me, but I didn't know. I wasn't asking the right questions. And how would I know? I'm not a professional marketer. I'm an accountant. So if you're a professional marketer or a coach, or you're doing construction, or you're trying to start a baking business, you probably don't know too much about accounting and bookkeeping. And I do, because I've been doing it for over 35 years and I'm pretty good at it. I'd say that I'm a qualified expert at starting and operating a small business. As far as the compliance and accounting stuff comes, okay? I'm not an insurance expert. I'm not a legal expert. Some of what I do, overlaps those issues. But really, what I do, what Bedrock Business Builders does, is create a foundation for business owners, a foundation that business owners don't know that they need. And it turns out that most of the people that I work with, most of the business experts like Haley Gray is a marketing expert. And she talks about the foundation of your marketing. Larry Broughton, my coach, my mentor, talks about, they're all talking about building a foundation in whatever part of that business needs a foundation. So I needed a marketing foundation. I didn't have one until I met Haley Gray, and then I started focusing on these Facebook Lives, and it was as simple as that. Once I started focusing, I started getting results, and I wasn't focusing because I just wasn't asking the right questions. And it all actually started with Bedrock University. Let me see, do I have that one here? Yes. So I interviewed Haley Gray as my first Bedrock University professor, because I wanted to know how did she build a Facebook group. At the time it was 2019, I believe, and she had 60 something thousand. Now I think she's up to 72,000. And I just wanted to know how she did it. So I asked the right questions. And what I did was I challenged myself, because I took her answers and I actually applied it. I applied it to Facebook. I started a brand new group, and now we have, I think, over 1,200 members. It's not, gigantic, but it's very, very active, and we get a lot of traction out of it. And that's the important thing. I don't know if I want 70,000 Facebook members. That's more than a full-time job. But the point that I'm getting at is, if you're starting a business, there is no doubt that you need to file taxes. That's a fact. There's no way around it. Once you start a business, folks, you are under the jurisdiction of not only the IRS, but the state and local governments. And you may need insurance, and you may need legal advice, because starting a business is not simple. It's not simple. What I do is, part of my mission is to make it simple by taking away a lot of the admin duties, like entering transactions and reconciling. That's not something that an entrepreneur should be doing. And an entrepreneur should not be doing their taxes on an Excel spreadsheet. So let's get back to, I only have a couple of minutes. Let's get back to, what people should be asking their accountant. Or maybe you should be asking yourself, why am I doing this instead of an accountant? So one of the things is how do you get all of the information to do my tax return? Where do you get it from? How do you get it? What's the best way to get it? How often should you get it? And I answer all of those questions with my CFO packages, because it's pretty, we got it down to a science, folks. It's not complicated. Now, if you don't know what you're supposed to be doing, it could be, it creates fear. Fear comes from the unknown. That's what I'm told. So we make it so you don't have to be afraid of this stuff. There's nothing to fear, because we reveal everything to you. And that's my story for tonight. I'm just about out of time. I like to keep these short and sweet. I invite anyone to chat with me. Go to timewithjoe.com, and you can register at Bedrock University also for free. But if you go to Time with Joe, you can actually pick my brains for free. I love talking about business. If it's a problem, if it's a question, if it's like you're on the fence, you don't even know if you have a business, let's chat. Just go to timewithjoe.com. And that's my story, folks. I'm sticking to it. God bless. Happy Saturday. And I will see you soon again with another amazing episode of How to Win a Business. Thank you.